December 23rd, I'll deliver that message and I'll be on my way again onto the next bigger and better opportunity in 2024. I'm fully focused on this fight. I'm determined to win and I'm determined to get back to my peak, if that's what they want to call it.
I mean, I was surprised, and I don't think it's the best move. I wouldn't do it if I was him.
I know where I want to go, I know what I want to do, and I'm sticking to that plan. I set out a plan at the start of this year, and I'm sticking to that. I'm a man of my word. I stand firm on what I believe, and I believe I'm going to be three-time heavyweight champion of the world.
I'm happy. I get the opportunity. I get the chance to beat him and really cement my spot up there among the best heavyweights in the world.
And my first stop to that in getting in the rankings is putting on a demolishing job against Otto Wallin.
Hey Ringsiders, what's going on? This is your host, Boxing's Objective Observer, and welcome back to Ringside Stories. If you're new to this channel, we make content regarding boxing through mini documentaries, backstories, and all that cool stuff to watch the beautiful sport of boxing from a bit of a different angle. So if you enjoy that type of content, feel free to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit the notification bell for the latest here on Ringside Stories. And as always, thanks so much for your support in advance, Ringsiders. It means a lot. Today we're breaking down the upcoming heavyweight clash between Anthony Joshua and Otto Wallin. There's a lot of intrigue around this matchup, so let's get right into it. But first, I'd like to give a shout out to today's sponsor, LiveGood. LiveGood is a company which promotes 100% organic supplements. These have great benefits for better stamina and great health overall. Not only that, they are promoted at an extremely affordable price. Now, I personally love these supplements because of the fact that LiveGood allows you to make money at the comforts of your own home. Click the link in the description box below and take the free tour for more information. Number 1. The Joshua versus Wallin matchup.
December 23rd, it's going to be big. And I don't think we've ever seen a card like this before.
Anthony Joshua stands at 6'6" with an 82-inch reach. He's got a professional record of 26 wins with 23 knockouts and 3 losses. AJ is an athletic and skilled boxer with devastating punching power. After suffering back-to-back losses to Alexander Usyk, AJ bounced back with 2 wins in 2023, yet hasn't looked his best recently. Looking to build momentum for 2024 with potential matchups against other top heavyweights, a win over Otto Wallin isn't just necessary, AJ has the pressure to look spectacular. As for Otto Wallin, he stands at 6'5.5" with a reach measuring 78 inches. The Swedish southpaw has a record of 26 wins with 14 KOs, 1 defeat, and 1 no contest. Wallin is rangy and tricky with a high work rate, fresh off a career best win over former unified Cruiserweight world champion Murat Gassiev, and prior to that made some noise back in 2019 when he gave Tyson Fury one of his toughest matches in all of the Gypsy King's pro career so far.
Well, I just felt like he was very stiff and tense and nervous and kind of not the guy that I remember. I've been around him before, but he seemed very unsure of himself. So I don't know, I think he's a guy that he might take himself pretty serious, and he takes things to heart. And he told me not to come and shake his hand after if I'm gonna be talking now. So I just told him, don't worry, I'm not here to make friends. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win this fight. And if he doesn't want to shake my hand after, that's fine.
Now AJ and Wallin have fought each other in the past. That was a long time ago in the amateurs, and they've also sparred. Now sparring doesn't always give the results that you will see translated in the professionals, but it gives some sort of an insight of what to expect for both fighters. Now what strikes me is that Team AJ hasn't really done a good job of matching Anthony Joshua with the right kinds of opponent. Apart from the 2 losses against unified world champion Alexander Usyk, Anthony Joshua suffered a devastating defeat against Andy Ruiz Jr. in 2019 and hasn't recovered from that psychologically so far. And thus, Anthony Joshua needs to rebuild psychologically. And against a guy like Otto Wallin, who is awkward, who is a southpaw, who is tricky, who's got a fairly good ring IQ and boxing ability, getting a win over Wallin isn't just a given, much less to win in spectacular fashion. And so moving forward, even if AJ beats Wallin, if he doesn't look spectacular, how will that help the former two-time unified champion of the world prepare him for the bigger bouts in 2024? Number 2, Anthony Joshua's strengths and weaknesses. Despite the recent setbacks, Anthony Joshua still remains one of the hardest punchers in the division. When he lets his hands go and connects, few can really take his power. However, Joshua has had stamina issues, and especially when abandoning his jab, has shown defensive holes that can be exploited. With new trainer Ben Davison in his corner, at least for this Otto Wallin fight, Joshua needs to pace himself better and stick to an effective game plan to expand his win column. Now, with Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker as the chief support for this Day of Reckoning card in Saudi Arabia, assuming both Wilder and Joshua make it past their respective opponents, a mega transatlantic clash between these former two world champions is looming. Yet that makes this matchup against Otto Wallin a bit of a head-scratcher. Sure, Otto Wallin is awkward, he's a southpaw, but he's not a puncher. If anything, he's the complete opposite of what Deontay Wilder represents, which doesn't prepare him for a potential fight with Wilder should the Bronze Bomber be next. With AJ's lack of confidence at the moment, Otto Wallin is no preparation for Deontay Wilder at all.
There's a map, a roadmap with checkpoints, and I can't wait to get to the final destination. So as I said, this is my first stop.
I didn't think that they were gonna pick me in the end. Maybe they would have just offered me the fight, I thought, and then go with somebody else.
And my first stop to that in getting in the rankings is putting on a demolishing job against Otto Wallin.
Given that Otto Wallin is highly ranked with the IBF, maybe Team Joshua is targeting a title shot for when the IBF title gets vacated by Alexander Usyk, which Team AJ might choose to put the Wilder fight on hold, which may explain the choice for fighting Otto Wallin for now, because apart from AJ getting back in title contention, stylistically, Joshua versus Wallin makes zero sense. Number 3, Otto Wallin's strengths and weaknesses. As for the Swede, his best attributes are activity, toughness, fairly good boxing skills, and confidence. After going 12 full rounds with Tyson Fury in 2019, Wallin won't be as intimidated as he might have in the past. He's got a pretty solid chin and he sets a high pace. As stated, Otto Wallin's punching power isn't likely to trouble Anthony Joshua, conventionally speaking. But this is heavyweight boxing. One punch can change the course of a fight and even one's career. Getting on the inside against the longer AJ will also be a challenge. But Wallin is experienced, he's got some momentum going for him, and as stated, he has met up with AJ in the past a couple of times, meaning the Swede isn't totally unfamiliar to the former two-time unified heavyweight champion of the world. Number 4, flow of the fight. Okay, Ringsiders, looking ahead, this is how the fight between Anthony Joshua and Otto Wallin may play out. I expect Joshua and Wallin to have a feeling out process early, with Anthony Joshua looking to control the distance with his jab and Wallin trying to get inside while trading jabs with AJ here and there. As the fight progresses, Wallin's pressure could back Joshua up, and that's where things may get interesting. If Joshua fades down the stretch, Wallin might steal close rounds with his activity. For Joshua to win convincingly, he'll need to hurt Wallin early with heavy power shots to get his respect. AJ has to utilize his physical tools while he's still fresh. Wallin has to use his boxing skill, ring IQ, and his awkward self from his southpaw stance to offset the major difference in physicality and punching power from Watford's own Anthony Joshua. Wallin can create some issues, showing the former champion different angles. Number 5, Ringside Stories official, unofficial prediction. After analyzing this matchup from some angles, I'm predicting Anthony Joshua to win a competitive but clear decision. Joshua has more firepower, and I believe new trainer Ben Davison will instruct Joshua in a way that is suited best for AJ. I foresee Davison instructing AJ to be defensively responsible, using the jab and box for most part, on his way to re-establish himself as an elite heavyweight. Otto Wallin will push the pace, however his lack of punching power coupled with Joshua's size and athleticism will make the difference. That said, we don't know where AJ's mind is at right now, and most importantly, AJ's psychology. He's come up with 2 decent wins in 2023 so far, in which AJ failed to capture the boxing world's imagination.
Right, I think that...
Beating him. Otto Wallin is beating Anthony Joshua. Whoop his ass. This I'm talking about.
I gotta do it for Big Baby. The big baby's here. The big baby's here.
One thing though, we all know for a fact that AJ don't want no smoke with Deontay.
Shut
And even though
Start with me, you know.
Even though
Miller, don't start with me.
Even though
you know, I'll come over there and slap you, and I see you brought your mum here
I
again.
kick your ass last time.
I see you brought your mum here again because you need a rent paid.
Boy, shut up. You're
Don't
not built
forget
like that.
I feel like I'm so ready for this fight, and I'm just excited to show everybody and get the respect that I deserve.
Whereas Otto Wallin just recorded his career's best win, moving with momentum into the AJ fight, being 6-0 after the only loss of his career so far, which was a competitive fight against the then undefeated Tyson Fury, who later on, as we know, went on to destroy Deontay Wilder twice, becoming the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Of course, AJ has the power to stop Otto Wallin, but I think this will be more of a chess match that can potentially be a tough one for AJ to really bring some fireworks. Let me know how you see this fight play out, Ringsiders. What do you think happens in the Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin fight in the comments below. If you enjoy content like this and you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell. It helps out the channel a lot, i.e. inspire me to make more quality content for y'all. As always, thank you so much for your support in advance, and welcome to Ringside Stories. Now, if you've done that already, you're amazing. We already know that you are the true undisputed world champion. Till next time, Ringsiders, this is your host, Boxing's Objective Observer, with Ringside Stories. Thanks for watching, and have a legendary day.